So guys, here we are again on another project video day. Of course, in our last video, you've seen us install this door. So the next step to the whole completion of this project will be to trim out the door. Pretty much the same way that this one is here, with your molding on the door itself. And I've already picked up some molding here from the hardware store. We'll cut her and get her all ready for the installation. So with the installation on these here, you measure up to where you want her, and then you cut your 45. So you have 145 with the angle this way, and same on the other side with the 45 and the angle going, that way, right? And then for the top piece, it's basically the cap that corresponds with both right and left 45-degree angles. And to fasten them on, you can use a variety of methods. If you choose to use glue, then hey, if you want, you can use finishing nails, or you can use the preferred method with finer type brad or pin nails. So guys, let's get our 45s cut and we'll start standing up these moldings. So guys, we got the trim all cut. She's all 45'd and everything, and she just pretty much just kind of set in place here. And now we're going to fasten the trim, in place. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can use a, finishing nail. You can use staples if you want. You can use little pin nails. But yeah, we're going to use our Porter cable brad nailer, and to put some of the brads in. So once you're satisfied with the gap and the alignment and stuff you have, you just pretty much start shooting nails. You go down every so often, put a nail in. Just remember, the more nails you put in, the more you're going to have to fill, right? But guys, I'll finish tacking these up and then I'll check back in. But guys, there you go. She's all trimmed out now. As I said, putting in the old brad nails here, as you see the marks. And you just go behind that now with some, nail filler, and you fill the nail holes, right? These moldings here are actually a little bit wider, believe it or not, than the original moldings that came out of here, as well as, of course, slightly, thinner too. So I had to narrow the baseboard a little bit. The tool that I used to narrow the old baseboard here was the Dremel Multi-Max MM20. It's a kind of a plunge type of thing. It oscillates back. It oscillates back and forth, and you pretty much just get her in there and she cuts. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some sanding and filling right there, just to make that look normal. But guys, that's pretty much it for this side of the door. So we'll start working on the other side. So guys, we got the other side of the door all trimmed out and done. But, we have to do this side, of course. In order to do this side, I'm wanting to put a strip of new drywall all the way here. So of course I've already gone down to the old lumberyard and picked me out another sheet of 3/8 drywall. And yeah, I'm going to cut, a couple of strips off and lay them in here. But before we do that, we need to remove the drywall that's here already. But guys, I'll get this removed here and then we'll check back in. So guys, we're just cutting our last piece here. The piece we're cutting is for the other side, of course, but over the doorway. So we got our 45s and stuff like that already. So we have our handy dandy little miter saw set up here. And we're pretty much ready to cut our 45. And just like that. So we'll set up for the other set up for the other 45. And then we'll give her a cut. Well guys, we have this side of the door now all trimmed on both sides. I made one little mistake. I, cut the molding a little bit short there and had to splice in another piece. I guess that's no biggie. I can use some crack filler on that. But anyways guys, she's coming along fairly well. I just got to throw some brad nailers in it with our handy dandy Porter cable brad nailer. Pretty much going along, making sure she's all secure and everything like that. But guys, she's coming along fairly well, so I'll check in later. In our last video, I pulled the quarter round off the wall. And of course, it was assembled and then painted. And then over the years, it was painted again, which then left this paint ridge. Now, I'm not putting the quarter round back on the wall as of right now. So what I got to do is I got to hit the paint ridge with the sander to knock it down, so it looks reasonable. So when we paint it, it's not a really great big, raised ridge there. So guys, I got my handy dandy Black & Decker sander, so let's get at it. Well guys, I just got finished doing a sand on the baseboards here. They didn't sand up, perfectly. Partly is because, well, I'm not going to spend the time to sand them because we're going to end up covering that ridge anyway, eventually. And, the other thing is, well, my sandpaper wasn't aggressive enough to do the job that I wanted to. But this got most of the loose stuff off of it, so we can paint it now. Well guys, I'm in the process of cleaning up here, going to shut her down now. I got what I wanted to get done tonight done. Just to recap on our project here, we put the trim around the door here. We done all of our 45 cuts, installed her with brad nails and all that stuff. We done the trim as well on this side of the door. Pretty much the same thing, installed her with, brad nails, got everything all lined up the way it's supposed to. We got to give this room a really, really good clean up. Because, well, it's dusty, and normally I would have done the majority of the cutting outside, except, being winterish and all that, it wasn't very much fun to be outside cutting. But, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. In our next video, we'll be doing the final touches on the moldings, like, filling all the cracks and the nail holes and stuff like that, getting it all ready for paint. So guys, I'm going to end the video here, and as always, thank you for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.